while at the same time operating as a combat practitioner. Mike has trained in martial arts continuously since 1989, competed in various Taekwondo tournaments, and at the same time, he has earned a bronze medal at the Polish National Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Championships, gained experience in kickboxing and MMA tournaments. His approach to martial arts is rooted in realism, valuing pressure, resistance, and honest questions over theory alone. Mike, come on up. Thank you. I thought you were at the bar. Our 10 stall for you.
Wow, I mean, this is a huge honor. I mean, so many legends in one room. I was thinking, this is one of the few times I'm worried about getting knocked out by somebody over 60. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about a man who's been my hero for the last 30 years. A man who made this all possible, Danny Lane. You see, yeah, it's been 30 years. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always had iconic screen action heroes that were my heroes. Chuck Norris was one of them. So I watched all the movies, read all the magazines. But as a boy growing up, martial arts was and still is today a big, big part of my life. And as a Taekwondo practitioner, there was a magazine called Karate International that was distributed every month. Michael Pascali Jr. Rest his soul. And I remember I was always looking for Chuck Norris in those magazines, but they would advertise various seminars and videos. One time I'm noticing there's something called Champion Karate Videos, Danny Lane. And I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at the guy who's doing it, and he's like, wow, you know, this guy's like a real Vietnam vet. He's a police officer, he's a private investigator. And at that time, being Taekwondo, I wanted to expand my arsenal of knowledge to other martial arts. And Danny, in those tapes, showcased everything I wanted to learn. So I begged my father, I said, I'm not getting you in trouble for a long time, just please, please get me those tapes. So I didn't know Danny at that time. I was living in Kuwait, he was in the States. And as time went by, as it turns out, a lot of my life has been mirrored to his. I started out Taekwondo, but wanted to branch out and then gain credentials in other arts, grappling, wrestling, pressure points, and so forth. And then, well, he dabbled in the movie industry. I didn't have enough courage to become a cop, so I went into the movie industry and made a pretty decent living as a film producer. And then in 2018, I said, I'm gonna give this a shot, and I texted him on Messenger. I'm thinking he's never gonna respond. And he did. And that was the beginning of a real life friendship to this day. Because you see, we all have action heroes, but Danny's a real life action hero. You know, he's a Vietnam vet like Rambo. He was a police officer like Dirty Harry. I was gonna say T.J. Hooker, but he doesn't know who that is. So I gotta teach this guy about all the cop shows from the 1980s. And then he was a private investigator like Spencer for Hire. He did all those things that other guys just pretend to do. And that was a huge inspiration to me. Then when I became a film producer about 2 years ago, I really hit rock bottom because my dad had passed away. I was drinking too much and the company was in a lot of trouble. So I talked to Danny, and Danny, being the wiser old brother, said, yeah, kid, been there, done that. You're gonna be okay. Just modify a few things and keep going and it'll happen. And boy, was he right. I mean, thanks to him, my last year was the best year I've had professionally and personally. So I couldn't have done it without this man here. And Danny, it's such an inspiration to me, and thank you so much for being a friend. And if anybody's wondering what a real life superhero looks like, well, that's your man right over there.